welcome. This is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm so excited you're here today. We are going to be using the Easter Friends stamp set, So Saffron ink, Balmy Blue, some water painter or a water painter, and we're just going to make a really cute card. So we have two pieces of the Simply Marbelous Designer Series paper cut at 3 by 4 inches that we're going to use, and I want to show you this paper really quick. It's beautiful. This paper is free with a $50 order. So you get this big pack of paper, again, totally free when you place a $50 order. It's gorgeous. And as you can see, the possibilities are endless. One side is kind of like this really cool swirly look, and then the other side is this very muted marble look. Just really gorgeous paper. Okay, so we are making a spring card. I know everybody's in the middle of making Valentine's cards, but I'll share with you why we're making this card now. I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink here to ink up the sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it in the middle of this piece of cardstock. Before we get too much further, I want to say all of the measurements and information for this card are over on my blog. There is a link in the description below this video. I make a project sheet anytime I have a card that is a 3D element or a fun fold. I make sure to make a project sheet for you. So you can print that off for free over on my blog. Again, the link is below the video. So here we have these 3 by 4 inch strips that I have cut, and I'm scoring them at 1 inch on the 3 inch side. So on the shorter side, I'm scoring them at 1 inch. You're then going to take and turn over your piece of cardstock or designer paper, and you're going to fold up to the score line on both sides. And this is going to make your points. So you're going to do that with both pieces, and then we're going to adhere them to the white cardstock. So as I'm going through and doing this, I want to share why we're making a spring kind of Eastery card so early in the season. Not that any of you probably mind, because honestly, I think we all enjoy cards, any card, anytime. It's not, there's no rule that you have to make certain cards certain time of the year. But normally I would make a Valentine's card for you today. Well, the reason I'm making this is because I joined a card swap. Card swapping is something that demonstrators do, and it's kind of like a cookie exchange where you make a whole bunch of the exact same card, and then you mail them to one person who is the swap coordinator, and then that coordinator takes all the swaps and sends out everybody a package that has all the different cards. So for example, I'm making 15 of this card and sending it out, and I will receive 15 different cards back. So it's something that Stampin' Up! Demonstrators have been doing for a long time for different reasons. One reason is you just get a lot of really cool ideas. And here, really quick, back to the card. I'm gluing these to the back of this white piece. Now the white piece was cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And again, measurements, link below the video, click where it says measurements and supplies, and there is a printable there that has a supply list and measurements and instructions so that you can print this and have it for safekeeping. I also have started creating a pinnable image on all of my blog posts. So if you go to my blog posts and scroll down, there is an image there that says pin it. And if you pin that to your favorite card making Pinterest board, you'll always be able to go back and access this card tutorial, if that makes sense. Here I am layering a piece of this Simply Marbelous designer paper onto a smaller piece of basic black. And then I'm using my So Saffron to stamp my little duck, and you'll see we're gonna add a little bit of water painter to this sweet little ducky, and then put this card all the way together. So anyway, going back to my card swaps, what happens a lot of times to me is my eyes are bigger than my stomach, and that is in reference to my swapping versus, well, it happens with food too, people, let's be real. But when I swap, when a card swap sign up comes out, I get all excited and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to sign up for this one and this one and this one and this one, because you can sign up for different types of swaps. So I signed up for 4, and then what happens is I have to make all those cards. So I got a little behind the 8 ball, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make this card and have it double up for my blog post this weekend, plus getting these cards finished and in the mail. So that's what happened. That's why we have a Eastery, springy card instead of a Valentine's card right now. Don't worry, I have some epic Valentine stuff coming for you next week. Okay, so with this card, I do want to mention this stamp set. It is, when you first look at it, you're like, totally an Easter stamp set. I mean, hello, it's named Easter Friends. However, there are a couple of sentiments in this stamp set that really are just versatile for springtime. It's not like this one, may your days blossom with joy and happiness. That to me can be used any time of the year. That doesn't feel specific to Easter for me. So I love stamp sets like that because that means I can get a lot of use out of them. So here we're just going to glue only the top portion of this little piece to our point at the top. And then when we open it up, we have this. Now, some people like to put like a little Velcro piece down there at the bottom. Here's all my swaps. See, I did some in yellow and I did some in pink. So, and then you have to put them in this cute little cello bag and they're all cutesy wootsy. So yeah, it's a cute card. So anyway, yeah, I think that that's, you know, that's it. That's everything. So then I put one of these little Post-it notes on the back. I put it in a little cello bag, and then this whole entire big bag of swap cards gets put in the mail to my friend Christine, and she's the swap coordinator, and then she exchanges them all and mails them all back to us. God bless her for doing that. So that's the card for today. We will catch up soon with some story time. I know a lot of you always comment that you miss it when I don't have it, but I promise some is coming your way. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you need any products, shop with me at shoploveandstampin.com.